Close Up is brought to you by the Kia Sorento R, redefining the power of Kia.
Can we have our cake and eat it too, preserve our clean, green reputation and reap the rewards of oil and gas exploration? Well, that debate is happening right now in one of the most pristine parts of our country, Stewart Island. Native bush, white sands, birdsong and now a drilling rig. Exploratory drilling began today, thrilling locals who want cheap energy and more jobs, but outraging others who fear we will pay an environmental price and claim lack of consultation. Alexia O'Brien headed south.
Stewart Island sells itself as the island of tranquility. But this oil drill's the opposite of tranquil.
Well, we've just started drilling Horseshoe 1. Well, it'll go straight down initially for something about 100 meters, and then the well will deviate out under the ocean.
It's a dirty oil rig right on the beautiful beach that everybody sees. I mean, where's the sense in all this? I mean, what's going on?
We're certainly sensitive to the fact that this is a pristine environment. Both the locals who live here expect it to be quiet and pristine, and the tourists who come here expect to see that. This was an old quarry. So we came in here and really actually cleaned the site up and put a relatively small drilling rig in place for about 1 month in the middle of winter. So there really are almost no tourists to see this.
It's day one and Greymouth Petroleum are beginning the drill, exploring the Great South Basin for oil.
Most likely what we'll get out of this is information. And that information will help us justify the offshore exploration.
That's because while this exploration will cost between $2 and $5 million, offshore drilling's in the ballpark of $40 million. And while that's big money, if oil's found, it could also mean big things for the local economy.
You're talking about potentially nearly doubling the economic production of the area. And that results in thousands of jobs. That's the sort of scale of economic impact of a major oil find.
The Great South Basin's been explored before in the 70s and 80s, but back then they didn't find anything. This is the first time there's been actual drilling on the island. Britt Moore's been here 19 years, Helen Bisland 30. They say there won't be any positive impact.
I mean, it's general outrage. I mean, we've been having calls from people in the North Island, South Island, people who don't live here or have property here, just saying, how can they do that to that Stewart Island?
What's it like living here on the island?
Well, you're constantly told by the visitors of how lucky you are to live here because it's such a beautiful, clean, green place. Every day, just that natural beauty stands out.
But you think that's at stake?
It's definitely at stake. And, you know, oil drilling, you know, it's got a bad rap for a good reason.
And they feel they didn't get a say about what's happened.
You can't just have a meeting by the developer. It's not actually what public consultation is. It didn't happen here.
Landowners like Britt Moore, whose properties border the quarry and another proposed site, were asked to sign off on the drilling.
There was plenty of information given and I was quite happy to give my permission.
We then held a public meeting in April and we advertised that extensively. We had that advertised in the Stewart Island News. We put flyers in every letterbox and every PO box on the island so that every resident knew about the meeting.
But Britt and Helen say they were left out in the cold and are just pawns in the game of island politics.
Most people have learned at a public meeting, you do not put your head up and speak because you will be generally attacked, whatever, in the street for the next 3 or 4 days for whatever you've said.
In a place like this,
meeting.
People are very afraid to stand up and speak
They'll
out.
remember what you've said 6 years later.
Yeah.
Which is very frightening.
It's a very provincial attitude here, but you know, that's why people, in any public consultation that's proper and with the council, they have to use a variety of forms for public input.
Is it tough, all the island politics?
Sometimes it's really difficult to live here.
But of course, like anything, it depends on who you talk to.
Is it causing division in the community?
I don't believe so. I've had considerable support since this thing cropped up. Both myself and our community board chairman, we're getting calls for support, so we're encouraged and very pleased about that.
Bruce Ford says the island needs more than tourism to survive.
If in fact we do have some petroleum here, well, that would save a whole lot of trouble for our energy generation for electricity and the likes. It's a pretty long shot, but we're very, very pleased to have all the men here at the moment and marvellous winter work.
When this well is finished, this will be gone. There'll be nothing left here but a flat gravel pad, which is essentially what was here before. We have neither the right nor the intention to do anything in or immediately adjacent to the national park.
We need to keep this country, hold on to our image, our clean green image, as much as we can, because that's why people come to New Zealand.